This is nicer than the keyboard I have at home, and I'm not just saying that because Asus sponsored us, covered this video on their new ROG Strix Flare 2 Animate. Let's check it out. Inside the box, you get a nice kind of one-pager on how to attach the wrist rest. Looks like it's a 3-step process. More on that in a minute. In this cloth bag, which is really wanting to slip off, is the keyboard. Okay, it's a full-size keyboard. Got a nice thick braided cable here. Got 2 plugs. That's because there's a USB pass-through on this puppy. Here's the wrist rest we were talking about. Something special about this puppy? Everything's a puppy today. What else we got in here? Literature. Get out of here. Oh, cool. We have a pretty funky design of a keycap puller and a key switch puller. So that means it's got hot swappable key switches. Sometimes these things, the design can suck. So I haven't seen this design myself before. Oh, look at that. It even has like this little stem-shaped notch on the top. You take this stuff out, it's an ROG bag. Wow. My Robert De Niro face, by the way. Anyone can do it. You just raise your eyebrows, squint your eyes, and then do this. Stickers for your hard hat or your case, your car.
Extra 690 horsepower.
Extra frames per second on your car. Here's the board. It's a full-size keyboard. Got your numpad over here. You can tell this puppy wants to be RGB'd. I'm gonna plug it in already. There we go. There we go. As you can see, it's RGB on all the keys. There's a diffuser down here, and this is where this 3-step guide comes in. You actually take this off in order to put the wrist rest on. Oh, this is blinding now. Look at it, it's all exposed, nude. Does this just pass through? It almost looks like there's like this diffuser acrylic here, and then on the side that faces you as well. So I'm wondering if they just shine right through. You can see it like getting brighter. It just passes through. They could have made it so that they only gave you one of these and the rest didn't have it. You have to take it off here and plug it into here, but they didn't do that. You can just have a spare, and I think this would be really good in the locker room. Can you screw this up? Oh God. Oh. See the angle? This is cut that way. That's cut that way. It is meant to go this way, this one way. Yeah, that's way better. Let's see if it falls out now. It does. That's a lot of force. This thing is pretty heavy. Can I get a scale? 2 pounds, 6 ounces. What does that mean? Mode. Wow, it's over a kilogram. That's where you want to be. At least it doesn't shift. You're bottoming out into like bedrock when the heavier it is. It just feels better. Cool. We have an aluminum faceplate. Like this thing doesn't flex almost at all. It's got this cool LED thing. Did it just flicker? Yeah, it did. Apparently you can load this up with different designs. It can even be an audio equalizer. It can even give you a CPU, I think, status and other computer stats. There's also some feet. They actually have a nice click in. Lots of rubber pads for non-skid. And it's got that washboard hillbilly instrument kind of quality to it if you want to join the band. Then you got some media buttons up here that are pretty intuitive. On the side, you probably didn't see this coming, Andy, but you can actually click the side. Let's play and pause. This is forward and back on your media. And then this, that's a ratcheted volume knob, or I think you can assign that to other stuff. We're gonna try that later. And then there's these puppies. What do these do? Oh, it's brightness. Look at the steps here. There's off, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps of brightness. And you can also do macro recording right on the fly. All you do is function Alt. Now I'm in the macro recording sequence. I can go James, function Alt again, and now I choose the letter or the key that makes that macro happen. I'm gonna choose this plus button. But that's pretty easy. What else we got? How about the switches? So these are not Cherry MX Browns. These are the Asus NX Browns. The N stands for new. They also have available blues and reds, although we thought we had reds on here. The red ones are speedy, they're linear, they're for gamers. Unfortunately, we don't have any here today, but I can test out the browns for you. Sometimes you hear at the end, if you listen closely, you can hear like the decay of a keystroke, and it'll be like a springy bounce around in your ear, kind of like bang. And this doesn't have that really at all. According to the marketing materials, it's because they have this foam underneath that is supposed to be absorbing those higher frequencies. So that's pretty cool that you can actually see it in this cutaway here. It's a nice sound. You're not gonna get in trouble at work for this, sound-wise, but it still is satisfying. Man, that's fast. Look at that thing. You can pay respects fast with it. There's actually a stabilizer under here. These click in on either side of that. It really doesn't rock very much. Like, I feel like I'm actuating it just as well there as here. It's right in. That came out with very little force. Some keyboards, man, I remember I did this key switch challenge for LTT where we did so many keyboards. I was like getting bruises, like went through multiple of these. That just came out real nice and easy. So, okay, even though this is a proprietary ASUS switch, this board is compatible with third-party switches. But there you have it. You can just swap out whatever. They have blues, reds, and brown equivalents from their own NX line, and you can see all the different actuation forces. They put a lot of effort into them to make them feel very uniform. And I think they did a good job. I do have the blues. This would actually be my preference. I do use browns at work just so they're not as loud, but these are a nice light blue. That's the difference right there between blue and brown. Now, these are compatible, again, with any key caps you get as well. Oh, let's try this puppy while we're at it. You can actually remap all of the keys except for function and shift. Every other key you can remap. The legend is kind of a standard ROG legend. It's pretty straight ahead. It doesn't look too gamery, except for, I would say, maybe the D and the 8. They look, maybe the 6, have a little more sci-fi edge to them. I don't think it's like gamery looking to a off-putting degree. Like if I bought this for my non-gamer wife, she'd still would think it was cool. In fact, maybe I should, because the one I have at home is obnoxious. It's an earlier RGB one. It doesn't have a diffuse light like this, and I want to see the different. Oh, what is this telling me? It just looks a little more subtle than what I got going at home. This is a pretty plushy wrist rest. Unless you got real heavy arms, I don't think you're gonna be bottoming out on it. That's cool. Okay, we'll do a quick typing test here. Couple of mistakes, but I actually type with a non-standard, non-QWERTY keyboard, a Nero keyboard at my desk, so I'm gonna make some mistakes regardless. I feel like I could get up to speed on this pretty quickly. It's pretty intuitive. All right, here we go. We're in Armory Crate. This is the keyboard section. There's actually a bunch of subsections. You've got, I guess, the general keyboard settings, then the anime matrix, which is just this LED dot thing up here. And then there's a macro section. So let's start with just the general. Oh, you must update. Raise your glasses, whip ya. All right, here we are. Ooh. I'm gonna select the F key. Oh man, I can change the function of it and everything. Jeez. You can also, it looks like, remap all of these media keys. So let's see what kind of options we get for this play and pause button on the side. Oh wow, it's full on. You can make it launch a website or an application. You can make it be the right click if you wanted. And that applies to everything. The direction of this toggle button up can be a thing, which is separate from it being down. And that also applies to scrolling this wheel up and down. And what is this? Is this it's a button, you can click this. And right now that's set to mute by default. You could launch like a bunch of programs with these for some stupid reason if you wanted to. I had my secret puppy hub button. Now what, these hotkey keys though, game mode preference, disable Alt and Tab, whoa, disable Alt F4? Come on. And then there's some tabs up here, lighting, here we go. You can see all the different effects that we were cycling through on the keyboard. This is Aura Sync compatible, obviously. It's ASUS, so you can have this synced up with your motherboard lights, your GPU, whatever other Aura Sync compatible products you may have in your ecosystem. What's on the performance tab? You can actually specify the polling rate of the keyboard from 1000 up to 8000 hertz. And they say that the input lag of it is 0.125 milliseconds, just over 1/10 of a millisecond. Good enough for me and my gamer chops. Okay, here's the animatrix. This is what I'm calling it. You can just turn it off if you hate it. And then there's a content library. I got a meteorite thing. If I apply that, I see you. I'm feeling loverly today. Oh, and you can actually change the brightness of it. Let's put this down to 25%. I'm really glad they included that. That's sweet, because in a really dark room, it could be overwhelming. Can I edit? Edit effect. Yeah, we gotta be able to put the Linus face on here, right? Drag an image from your content library or press insert image to begin. This is Halloween. Okay, you can change the scale of it. Can I drag it around? Oh my God, they made it so useful. The interface is really quite good. I'm just gonna apply it and see what happens. Oh my God! That's so sweet. This is like a meme lord's keyboard. Man, imagine you were a streamer and you had a camera on your mouse, but then also this little meme face was in this shot. That'd be awesome. Oh, there's like slots. I can add a second meme and then make them loop. You can make like a video happen through this. This is gonna be like one of those things 20 years from now where there's like an enthusiast retro community about tweaking with these. That's awesome. We've gotten to the point now where the big brands are really closing in even on what the enthusiast market has been doing for a few years. Like now that you have the hot swappable key switches, you can put any enthusiast switch you want on it. If you don't like what it comes with, you've got features that you just can't even get anywhere else. These are getting good. Now, it's $219.99. You get what you pay for. I like it. This is not a review, but I've told you the features. Seems 100% not bad. So thanks for watching Short Circuit today. If you like this keyboard, check out the link below where you can check it out more. And then just keep checking it out until your hands are checking it out.